Yo, yo.
I hate it. I would not have any fun.
So the passengers looked out at the passing farms. They talked, they ate, they laughed. Half an hour later, screech, time to grease the pig again. What a job. Elijah didn't know which part he hated more, feeding the firebox or oiling the engine. That's pretty annoying, right? You have to, every time the train stops, you have to go out, grease it, put fire,
Oil.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The passengers look out as the passing farms. They talk, they ate, they laugh. Half an hour later, squeak! Time to grease the pig again. What a job! Elijah didn't know which part he hated more, feeding the firebox or oil the engine.
So this is actually a very interesting question right here. It says, why was early train travel so slow? So today, you can go from one place to another in maybe 2 hours. But before, in this time, you would maybe last about 8 to 10 hours to travel the same distance. So why do you think train travel was so slow in this time?
Because, having shovel coal and hard work, and they didn't have eating things that have a big tummy, so they can really full them. Like a big size one might eat more, so maybe the train is super small and they only eat something like a grade 1 an hour, so it will grow pretty slow.
Okay, right. So imagine every single time having to, the train stops and then you have to put oil in it. So all of this is just, people are just sitting in the train waiting for it to run again, right? So this is why it was much slower than it is today. Okay, the train's metal parts needed oil to work smoothly. Without oil, the parts would stick and wear down. The train would stop. While Elijah scooped coal, his mind sparked with ideas. Could he invent an oil cup that oiled the engine while the train was running? Every night after work, Elijah made drawings. Finally, he had a drawing of an oil cup he knew would work.
What can he draw?
Oh, look. This is the oil cup.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow oil would go in here, and then instead of people actually doing it, it would do it by itself.
The train metal part needed oil to work smoothly. Without oil, the part will stick and wear down. The train would stop. While Elijah scooped coal, his mind sparkled with ideas. Could he invent an oil cup that oiled the engine while the train was running? Every night after work, Elijah made drawings. Finally, he had drawn an oil cup he knew would work.
Okay, so you have to remember that he went to school, right? So he knows exactly how machines work, and he knows, what might work and what might not work. So all of his years in school are finally, doing something. Right. So it took 2 years for Elijah to make a model of his oil cup. In 1872, he applied for a patent to protect his invention. When he took the metal cup to work, There's a hole here to let the oil drip out, Elijah told the boss. It drips oil when oil is needed. It drips it where it's needed. It's simple. Why not give it a try? Surprisingly, the boss agreed. Elijah attached the cup to the engine. Just for the Kalamazoo run, added the boss gruffly. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to stop here just so I don't interrupt you halfway. But, okay, here we can see Elijah, the boss, and he's showing him the cup. So when he says, just for the Kalamazoo run, added the boss gruffly. What do you think gruffly means? Do you think he was, what was he thinking?
Maybe it was something like, hoo, 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 just for the consumers who run. Something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
so he wasn't too happy, right?